this program is about putting everything together. So it's about writing a program from scratch. I've tried to do it as a golf scorecard thing, but I'll be honest with you, although I lived in Scotland, in Aberdeenshire, next to a golf course, I'm not entirely sure how it works. So we go to scorecard, because I want to keep a score of everyone who's playing that day. So I have private string name, the name of the player, private int, number of shots. Sorry if that's not what you call them. Private int, handicap, because I know that each player plays with one. And private static int, total shots, because I want to know how many shots everyone's taken, because then I can do an average at the end. And private static int, number of players. So we can find out the average that each person takes, ignoring handicap at that point. So my constructor method, which should be public, not private, you've probably noticed. I couldn't code when I wrote this. Public scorecard takes in the name, the shots, and the handicap. Because static total shots and total players are static, we do not take them in because they do not change per person or per instance. They just change for the class. So set this dot name, so that this keyword saying this name in this class is the name that's been passed in. The shots in this class equal the shot that's been passed in. The handicap is the handicap that's passed in. Total shots, we add the number of shots to, because then every time we get a player, we get their shots. And total player, each time an instance is created, we get a player. Normal get methods, public int, name, shot, handicap. Now I'm going to do the public int get score, okay? And from what I know, from what I'm aware of, from what I remember, when I have been on a golf course, is your total score is the number of shots you took minus your handicap minus the par of the course. Okay, so shots minus handicap, and I put it in brackets because I want that to occur first, and it wouldn't if I didn't put it in brackets. It would do handicap divided by minus total shots. No, it wouldn't, because it goes from left to right. I don't need the brackets, but I put them in anyway. Then I realised that I don't have the par of the course, so I'm going to go back and put that in. Obviously, this is an example of coding. Sometimes you think, oh, I forgot that. So you have to go back and put it in. Put it in as an instance variable. It needs to be in a parameter. It then needs this method. Okay, so that's me got the score. Now, I don't know if this is a universal thing, but in where I'm from, or where I grew up, you get a special score. So if you're 1 over par, it's a bogey. If you're 2 over par, it's a double bogey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to initiate a variable, temp, that's an integer that it gets the score from this. Okay, so it calls the method get score. It returns the score of this player, as we've done above. And then if temp minus is 3, I return a triple, I can't remember, double eagle. Yeah, so double eagle. If score is minus 2, it's an eagle. That's me trying to check that I got it right. Give me a minute. Okay, so there we go. So else if temp is minus 2, then it's an eagle. And if temp is minus 1, it's a birdie. And if it's 0, then it's on par. And then it's bogey, double bogey, triple bogey, I think. That's what I went with. And I realised this is probably per hole and not per the course. But we'll just run with it. Okay, my last one is going to be an else statement, and it is just going to say I have no words, because if you are beyond that point, you're clearly not under par. That would be impossible, and you should be playing pro. So you're probably way above what you're supposed to be, and that was the territory I usually hung out in. Now I've done that, I am going to have a static method that calculates the average and returns the average for each player. Okay, so if it's static and it's using the static variables, it has to stay static. Okay, and it will be a double because it's an average, and averages normally turn into doubles at some point. So I'm going to return total shots divided by total players. And that will give me the average using the static variables. And that is one reason why we might want to have static variables in a class. And now I'm going to do a main method, and you can laugh at how much I forget how to do public static void main. I had a moment where I couldn't remember what it was. Then I gave up, and I had to pause this video and go and check the internet. So if you ever have a day where you think, maybe I can't code, coding's really difficult, remember your computer science teacher forgot public static void main. It happens. Okay, then I went on the internet and I found the answer, so there you go. And I still got it wrong because I got a capital letter, but never mind, I'll realise that in the end. So I'm going to create a scorecard 1, and I'm going to pass in the variables. Okay, so Jack. Okay, Jack has taken this number of shots, and the handicap of, and then the course par is, okay, so we've got one player. In theory, in practice, our static variable, once this has been run, one player, 45 shots. Then we're going to create two, a second player, new scorecard, and this one's going to be Daniel. In case you were wondering, I really do know someone who's called their kid Jack and Daniel. 54 handicap and a course par, and then 3 new scorecard. This time it's Anna. The number of shots, the handicap, and the course par. So in theory, when we run this, Anna should have a 0 score, and Jack should have a 2 over par. Okay? So system.out.1.total score, and then system.out.1. Special score. And then we'll have system.out.println2.getScore. And we'll print out their name as well. Okay, so this is me calling the instances and getting the instance variables. Okay, this we've been doing since Unit 2 now, when we first looked at classes but not the mechanics of classes. And then we're going to call on the static method, which uses the class. Okay. And then we call upon the class, so we call scorecard. And we use the method associated with the static variable scorecard. Okay, so this is something that shows us how all of the things that we've learned in this course, this unit so far work. or all the things that we will learn in this unit work, it also shows you that even people that have been programming for over 20 years have bad programming days. Okay.